What's up, guys? I'm here at Dad's to pick up the YFZ. We went riding the other day. It got a little dirty. It's not crazy dirty. It's a little bit muddy, a little dirty, whatever, but I'm getting the graphics kit put on tomorrow. It's finally done. So really, like, starting to wrap up the final touches on this thing and have the kit's, one of the final pieces for the looks anyways. But yeah, I discovered the other day when we went riding, because it was like 30 something degrees in the morning, that my new favorite part of this four-wheeler, other than, all the, like, it's insane, crazy power and it barks and all that stuff, but the cold start. So it's got a relatively low idle, but it's got super choppy cams, kind of, like, I don't know, you'll have to hear. I hope it shows, like, I hope the microphone picks up how it actually sounds, because in person it's pretty sick. But all right, so let's try to cold start it. It's like 40 something degrees right now, so I think it's cold enough that it'll do it, because it's been sitting for a few days. Trying to do it, but it's not quite cold enough. But you can hear like, I don't know. I'll have to do it one of these times when it's really, really cold outside, so you guys can hear it. She is dirty. Looks all right dirty. I keep saying she, it's just like a habit, but it's he, I guess, Ric Flair. Right now I've got my Honda 400's wheels and tires on this, because I bent one of my new wheels and broke one of the studs. So I'm gonna fix the wheels, and I've got new tires coming. I've ran O-bores for a long time, probably like the last 2 years or so. These are Advents, and I love the Advents. So for the YFC this year, when I redid the build, I got the new O-bore Kraken tires. And they're like these tires. They're like the Advents, but this cut goes all the way through, and so it's more like this H here, but all the way through. And they got a little bit different shape and meatier. These are pretty wore down. Like, they look good on camera, but in person they're pretty wore. They'll go back on my 400, and I will run these for a while on the 400 most likely. But this YFC is just putting down, so much power. Like, hero dirt, wet, leaves, mud, it like doesn't matter what the conditions are. It's just blowing the tires off of it. And there's one tire that I love more than any other tire for the rear. I have no complaints about most front tires. The O-bore fronts, love them. I prefer a 22-inch tire, and the Advents they make in a 22, but the Krakens they make in a 21. GBC only makes 21s. I don't think they make 22s. I could be wrong. So fronts, I don't have too many complaints. I do have a preference. I prefer Maxxis Razor 2s, which this tread pattern is copied with everybody pretty much nowadays. Maxxis Razor 2s. The reason I like Maxxis is because this is a 22-inch tire, but this O-bore, it's a 21. But the 22s from Maxxis just seem like freaking monster truck tires. They run true to size, if not a little above, and a lot of these other companies, they just don't run super true to size. Obor's pretty good about it. GBC is pretty good about it, but like some of the other knockoff brands, which are still decent tires, they just don't run true to size. Sun F, man, boy, they do not run true to size at all. But anyways, the back tires that I love, Dad's got a set up here. These are the ITP Whole Shot HD tires, and those are probably 4 years old and got some miles on them. So everybody's like, yeah, I got the Whole Shots. Okay, there's 2 Whole Shots. There's 2 ITP Whole Shot tires. Well, actually, there's more than that. But there's the standard original Whole Shot tire, and then there's the Whole Shot HD. They're a heavier tire, way bigger lugs on them. They're super nasty. The Whole Shots were good for MX and other things. These are so heavy, I would not run them on an MX. They're just giant tires. But for what I do, they last forever. They don't get tore up, and they hook like nothing else. I mean, you get in 6 inches of snow. Most of these tires are not going anywhere. Those will keep trucking. But you get in thick mud, slick stuff. Like, they're radial tires instead of bias ply. So they just get better traction. Look it up. Radial tires get better traction. They flex better. They're just better. All tires, Obors, the GBCs, Kenda makes some good tires. Alba makes some good tires now. I think they're R-Trax or something like that, but they're all fine. Tires are kind of tires in a way. Like, until it gets really bad out, they don't make much of a difference. But when they get in the right conditions, it can make or break you. And with this thing having the power that it has and the conditions that I run, I need to get another set of HDs on it. I did when I first... There was a point where I had this four-wheeler and I had HDs on it. And I think those are the ones that are actually up there. When I sold Dad the Raptor, I sold him the wheels and tires with it, of course. I didn't take them off, and here's the stock stuff. So that will complete things for me on this. But I also need, I need to install my skid plate, new chain and sprockets, because I have already bent the teeth on this rear sprocket. This is brand new, and I believe it's either Tusk or primary drive. But I got some recommendations from John Sosa and Ian from Square One Speed Channel on some chain and sprockets to run. I need a new rotor because it's bent. Graphics kit, of course, like I was just talking about. I need to get a belly skid. Don't have a belly skid at the moment. And I'm getting some headlights. I was going with the no headlight look, and I do like it. But I'm going to get some Resto Quad headlights. I think that'll just kind of finish things up for me. Other than that, guys, she's getting wrapped up. She's getting done. Everybody wants a build list in the comments. It's a lot to type out. I'm going to do a build breakdown video when I have it completed. When it's 100%, okay, I'm done, check it out, this is what I got. I will do a build breakdown video. So, alright, but that's enough for now. We need to go get this washed up. Alright, so before we take it to go wash it, I've got an FCI intake on this. I got this wash plug. I think I got it from B&R. I don't know for sure if it's made for the FCI intake horn or the OEM, or if maybe they're the same size. But I would assume FCI is bigger, but we're about to find that out. Alrighty, it does fit. And the inside of the intake horn was clean. No sand. So mission accomplished. This boy is gnarly. I need a new outerwear cover because I got some holes in it. I had, when we rigged up the light for the handlebars, the switch and everything was just huge, and I rigged it up inside the air box. You'll see that on the night ride, the lights turned off on me. It's because they were bouncing around. When they were bouncing around, they wore a hole. I don't think that there's anything wrong with the filter. I'll get a new outerwears for it, and then we'll call it good. Clean it up. All right.
Cleaned up. I'll probably wipe it down. Not gonna put any SC1 on the plastics because they need the plastics cleaned off for the adhesive, but my SC1 everything but the plastics. Or I might just wait until after the graphics kit, then I'll clean it up. But looking presentable again.